Welcome to Sajine Clarity Podcast, a space to explore your clarity journey from survival to authenticity. I'm Sajine, and here we dive into the raw truths of breaking free from expectations we've grown up with, rediscovering our voices, and thriving after life's challenges. But this isn't just about my story. It's about life, from relationships and self-discovery to the messy, beautiful questions we all face. No topic is off limits here. So if you're ready to embrace courage, healing, and living life on your own terms, you're in the right place. Let's connect. Let's grow. Welcome to the journey. Before we dive in, a quick disclaimer. This podcast is for informational and inspirational purposes only. I'm not a licensed therapist, counselor, or medical professional. And the content shared here is based on personal experiences and insights. If you're facing significant challenges, please seek the support of a qualified professional. Remember, your journey is unique, and you deserve the care and guidance that's right for you. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Sajine, and I'm a clarity coach. I help people move from surviving to truly living by healing emotional wounds, building confidence, and creating a life that finally feels like their own. Today's episode is one I think so many of us need, because somewhere along the way, many of us learned that being productive made us valuable, that pushing through exhaustion meant we were strong, that taking care of everyone else somehow made us good people. But eventually, your body starts speaking, maybe through anxiety, maybe through exhaustion, maybe through brain fog, maybe through tears that seem to come out of nowhere, maybe through losing motivation from things you once loved. Your body isn't betraying you, it's trying to protect you. Today, we're talking about what happens when your body says, enough, it's time to take care of me. Today's podcast title is, Your Body Has Been Whispering. Now it's time to listen. Rest is part of your healing journey. So, healing can become another full-time job. One thing we don't talk about enough is that healing itself can become exhausting. Reading every book, listening to every podcast, going to therapy, setting boundaries, learning emotional regulation, breaking generational cycles, working a demanding job, parenting, managing finances, trying to exercise, trying to eat healthier, trying to become the best version of yourself. Eventually, even healing needs a break. You don't have to earn rest. Rest is part of healing. You know, that was one of the things that I had gone through recently, is that amount of work can become exhausting as well. It's worth it, but we have to remember we got to take some time out. And I did that. I've carved out some time for myself for this month. And I feel like it's going to be something that I'm going to take for myself. And why not? I've been working for way too long, always thinking that if I worked hard that I would be recognized and I would get what I need. And instead, I got more work. So this month, let's just say, I came to the conclusion of it's enough. It's time for me this time. Part 2. Your body is always talking. Your body rarely screams first. It whispers. Maybe you've noticed. You're tired no matter how much you sleep. Small tasks feel overwhelming. You cry easier. You're more irritated than usual. You don't enjoy hobbies anymore. You feel emotionally numb. Everything feels like another responsibility. I think that's what the hardest thing was for me, is thinking that, okay, this is just another one of my tasks I have to do throughout the day. It got way exhausting. Even showering, even brushing my teeth, feeding myself. It just felt like another chore. I had to come to the conclusion that I needed to slow down and actually enjoy it every moment. But it had to be intentional, because many times we're told just to relax and breathe. And don't get me wrong, it's important. But then I started noticing differences when I was just dancing in the house, shaking the body and everything like that. What? It's called somatic exercises, right? And it felt so good. Not only did I shake off all that excess anxiety and stress, but it brought energy, what I needed. And then I could rest and really reflect. These aren't signs you're failing. They're invitations. Your nervous system is asking for restoration. And that is going to be my next goal, is to start learning more about how our nervous system works and stuff like that, and how to nourish it, so then that way we're more emotionally resilient, right? I know that word is overused, but it's something that is needed in this life. Part 3. We were taught to ignore ourselves. Many of us grew up believing we had to keep going no matter what. Don't complain, work harder, be grateful, take care of everyone else first, push through, but eventually your body says, I've carried this long enough. Healing also meant unlearning the belief that your worth comes from constant productivity. This one is really hard one. I came to the realization that instead of being treated with respect as a human being, I was being treated as a beautiful appliance. You know what? Appliances never complain, right? They always are working. And well, they can't be grateful, but at least in some way they're grateful because they're not being replaced, right? They're always taking care of everybody first, always pushing through, right? But there's a time where I was like, no, why does everybody else get to be treated, at least the manipulators, right? They get to be treated as they're humans. Can I not be treated like one? And that was something that I came to the realization, and I said, no, enough's enough. If I complain, fine. There's nothing wrong with complaining. If people don't do a productive complaint and give ideas of what can be done to be better, how are we always supposed to get better, right? Yeah, we're grateful. Of course we're grateful. Who says we were never grateful? But it's things that you start learning. Part 4. Rest isn't laziness. Some of us feel guilty sitting on the couch. Oh my goodness. There were so many times that I don't even know, even sometimes at work. Have you noticed if you go sit down just to reflect, you feel like they're going to come over to you and say, hey, what are you doing? Get up. Mine was the opposite at one job. I actually stood up. And I remember the supervisor saying, well, what do you need? And I said, nothing. I'm stretching my back. It really hurts. And she goes, oh, well, if you don't need anything, then I need you to sit down and keep working. And I was like, just because I was standing didn't mean I was not working. My body needed it. It hurt. And, even to this day, because of these lovely individuals, that's why now my legs, my back, my hips hurt, and my neck, because of these interesting individuals who thought I was a beautiful appliance. So we think I should be cleaning, I should be working, I should be doing something productive. But here is a different question. What if resting is productive? I don't think many of us have thought of that. Resting restores us so we can be productive. Because while you're resting, your nervous system calms, your hormones begin regulating. How many of us have been told that our hormones are just everywhere? Well, there you go. We need to rest. We need to sleep. We need to take time for ourselves, right? Your creativity returns. Your immune system recovers. Your brain processes emotions. Sometimes doing less creative creates more. Now, I don't know about you. I had to come to the realization, you know what? I need to start taking my omega-3s. I need to start taking my vitamins. I need to start resting more, drinking more water. Just being out there in the fresh air. Oh my goodness, I actually wiggled my toes in my grass and it felt so good. The cooling, refreshing. It was a bit damp because the sprinklers had just gone off a while ago. And I was like, it feels great. It reminded me of being a child, when you run through the grass. Of course, I can't run through the grass now. I freak out still. I'm like, how about if there's a bee? But still, it's something that I enjoyed and I was happy to feel. Now, unfortunately, now it's way too hot in our area. So I only go out super early in the morning or late at night because it's too hot. It's brutal. Part 5. What does self-care actually look like? Social media often shows expensive vacations and luxury spa days. And maybe not even just social media. Everybody else, those little neighbors are always like, oh, we're here, there, and everywhere, right? But healing doesn't require spending thousands of dollars. Sometimes self-care looks like taking a nap, reading outside, listening to music, going for a sunset walk, turning your phone off, cooking your favorite meal, laughing with your kids, painting. I love watercolor painting, gardening, going to the library, driving somewhere beautiful, watching a funny movie, taking yourself out for coffee, dancing in your kitchen. Life doesn't have to be expensive to be meaningful. I really enjoyed it because I actually went out to a little French boutique today and it was the most amazing time there. I saw so many antique things. I saw brand new things. I bought a few things and it felt great. There was a great ambiance. People were respectful, kind, which was nice because for the longest time I thought, you know what? I don't think there's good people anymore in this world. And I beg to differ. I did find diamond in the rough and I felt so happy. And I appreciate them. Part 6. Create joy again. Sometimes after trauma, we forget how to play. We become experts at surviving, but terrible at living. Ask yourself, what made me smile before life became so heavy? Maybe music, maybe hiking, maybe photography, maybe puzzles, maybe writing, maybe baking, maybe learning something new. Joy isn't childish. Joy heals. Like me, I love learning different languages. It is something that I surpass and thrive on. It is just exciting. I have now started learning how to actually do games on how to do music recognition. So learning different piano notes on my phone. It's so much fun. I'm learning how to play chess. Oh my goodness, it is fun. Like me, now that I love pattern recognition, it is something that I can't believe I never picked up. But then again, I was surviving. So I didn't have time to learn that. Now I do, and I actually really enjoy it. The other one that I know you guys are going to think is weird, but I'm enjoying also doing math challenges. It's like a game. And the more I do it, the more exciting it feels. And I don't know, I think school does a really bad thing about showing you how to enjoy math. I don't think they want you to enjoy it, but once you're older and you get something that shows you how to do it, you love it. It's enjoyable. Part 7. If you can't afford a vacation, create mini vacations. I know many people can't simply take off to Hawaii. I love Maui. I love it. Life is expensive, but maybe you pack a lunch and visit a lake, watch the sunrise, visit a botanical garden, take a scenic drive, explore a town you've never visited, Try a free community event. Have a picnic. Spend an afternoon with no schedule. Sometimes your nervous system doesn't need luxury. It just needs permission to breathe. Like me, I love going out on my bike. It is so much fun. Or kayaking. Or this time I picked up swimming. Now, unfortunately, I can only do backstroke, but that's okay. Guess what? I will learn. All that sitting at the chair from working has made it so I can't do the regular swimming. But at least the backstroke I can do, and it felt great. Part 8. Your healing doesn't need to be perfect. Maybe you've been frustrated because you're still tired, still emotional, still healing. That is okay. Healing isn't measured by how much you accomplish. It's measured by how safely you begin treating yourself. Speak kindly to yourself. Slow down. Celebrate small victories. Take breaks. Drink water. I love water. Moving your body gently. Laughing more. Cry when needed. Life isn't meant to be survived. It's meant to be experienced. I think all these things are fun. Get out your papers. I'm gonna go ahead and give you your journal prompts. I think it's important to do your homework. Number 1, what has my body been trying to tell me lately that I've been ignoring? 2, what activities used to bring me genuine joy, and how can I begin inviting them back into my life? 3, what beliefs make me feel guilty when I rest? 4, if I treated myself with the same compassion I give others, what would I do differently this week? 5, what is one small act of self-care I can commit to every day over the next 7 days? All right, it's time to sit down and relax. Allow your shoulders to soften. Close your eyes if that feels comfortable. Take a slow breath in through your nose and gently exhale through your mouth. Again, a slow inhale and a long, easy exhale. Let your breathing settle into a natural rhythm. There's nowhere else you need to be. Nothing you need to accomplish. For these few moments, your only responsibility is to take care of yourself. Imagine you're walking through a peaceful forest. The air is fresh. Sunlight filters through the trees. Birds sing softly in the distance. With every step, your body feels a little lighter. Ahead, you come to a quiet clearing with a comfortable bench beside a calm lake. Sit down and notice the stillness around you. Now imagine settling down an invisible backpack you've been carrying. Inside are responsibilities, expectations, worries, guilt, and pressure. You don't have to carry them for the next few minutes. Feel your shoulders relax. Relax your jaw. Relax your forehead. Relax your hands. Relax your stomach. Relax your legs. Allow your whole body to feel supported. Now silently repeat to yourself, I'm allowed to rest. My worth is not measured by my productivity. My body deserves kindness. I release the pressure to be everything for everyone. Today, I choose peace. As you breathe, imagine each inhale filling you with calm and each exhale releasing stress, exhaustion, and emotional heaviness. Picture a warm golden light surrounding your body. This light represents compassion, hope, and renewal. It fills every tired place within you. Stay here for several quiet breaths, allowing yourself to receive that care. When you're ready, thank yourself for showing up today. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Take one deep breath in and gently open your eyes, bringing this feeling of peace with you. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If this episode encouraged you, I hope you'll share it with someone who has been carrying too much for too long. Sometimes one conversation can remind someone they're allowed to slow down and care for themselves. If you like more conversations about healing, emotional resilience, boundaries, and finding clarity after difficult seasons of life, be sure to follow the podcast so you don't miss future episodes. And remember this, your healing isn't a race. Your value isn't measured by how much you produce. You don't have to earn rest. You don't have to earn peace. You don't have to earn the right to care for yourself. You already deserve it. Until next time, take a deep breath, be gentle with yourself, and keep moving one small step at a time toward a life of greater clarity, healing, and